Well, very good news. Mitch McConnell is home, apparently, but there's something a little weird about it. Let me read you a couple of stories from some different media outlets because, last time he released a statement from the hospital, I found it a little annoying because all the news organizations would quote from the statement, the written statement, and attribute it to him. They would say, McConnell said this, McConnell said that, McConnell said his doctors say he's fine. But there was no proof, or even there wasn't even evidence that McConnell had said anything. They just took it from the written statement and attributed it to him, as is normal to do in times when the person you're talking about is alive and known to be alive. But he's not known to be alive. Now they say he has been moved, he's left rehab, and he's gone home to his townhouse in Washington. There's still no evidence. There's still no evidence. I'm going to show you video in a minute outside of his townhouse, and you'll see what's going on there. It's a little surprising for for what we're being told. It's a little surprising. But look at how the media is reporting it again, which I find very annoying. So this is from the New York Times. McConnell announces discharge from rehabilitation center. Notice McConnell announces discharge. Really? McConnell announced it? You think so? On what evidence? Has anyone seen McConnell today? Has anyone seen him move? I have found no evidence. I've looked around in a lot of different websites and media organizations. I can't find any evidence that there's any video of him leaving the hospital or any video of him returning home. There's no audio of his voice. I've looked at 10 or 15 different publications and websites. I can't find anything. Nothing. No video, no audio, nothing. Just a lot of organizations attributing to him things that are written in the statement that was released. So there's something very weird about all of this. No video, no audio, no nothing. But the New York Times says McConnell announces he's been discharged from rehab. Now, let's look at this. Senator McConnell said on Thursday that he had been discharged from a rehabilitation facility. Where's there evidence that he said this? It took me a long time to even find a news organization that attributed it to a statement, to a written statement. And finally, I found this in the New York Times in the first paragraph. Usually they waited till much longer down in the article. They didn't even attribute it to a statement in the first paragraph, most of these places. All right, so he said on Thursday that he's been discharged from a rehabilitation facility after nearly 8-week medical absence in a statement. So at least they got that in the first paragraph. And he said that he would continue recovering at home as the Senate takes its scheduled August recess. Honestly, I think he's dead. I've thought he was dead for a long time. I thought he was dead from the first week because did you see him before he went in? Like the months leading up to it? It's amazing he lasted as long as he did with all the, crazy things we saw happening. The way he would freeze up, he would fall down. And he was just barely making it before he went into all this. So I've thought he was dead for a long time. When I saw he was released, I was shocked. It's like, wow, was I wrong? He was alive all this time? But I'm still not convinced. I'm not convinced. So they quote him on this part of his written statement, released by his staff, by the way, not by him. On the advice of my doctors, I'll maintain an intensive regimen of physical therapy from home during the state work period, and I'll continue to engage with my staff and colleagues. Yeah, right. On important Senate business, right? He hasn't been on important Senate business in a really, really long time. Even before he went in, I would say. But this is a little annoying to me, the way they just quote him as if they are certain he said it. And I have no such certainty, no such certainty at all. And there's this question. He went into the hospital. He fell down, but his doctors say he didn't break anything. He didn't suffer a concussion. He didn't have a heart attack. He didn't have a stroke. He didn't have a hemorrhage, nothing. So why did his rehab take so long? And what were they rehabbing him for if nothing happened to him? He literally, according to them, fell to the floor and was taken to the hospital, and nothing was wrong. Nothing had happened at all. So, what's up with that? All right, the Washington Post. I hate these AI overview things. Anyway, it says Senator Mitch McConnell was discharged from a rehabilitation center, as if it's a fact. No questioning of this. Senator Mitch McConnell said he was discharged Thursday from a rehabilitation center and would continue his recovery at home. I will just tell you, he said nothing. He has said nothing, absolutely nothing. Again, the same thing on the advice of my doctors, I'll maintain blah, 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 blah. It's the same thing over and over and over again. I honestly, I don't know why Democrats are freaking out about this. It's one less vote in the Senate, and it's already had a negative effect on Republicans. So let him stay gone as far as I'm concerned. McConnell said in a statement last month that he did not break any bones when he fell. He didn't suffer a concussion, a heart attack, a stroke, or a hemorrhage, nothing. So again, what's he recovering? What's he being rehabbed from? What's he recovering from in rehab? All right, CNN, if any organization had video, you would think it would be CNN, right? Nothing. Look, nothing. Just a short article. And it's the same thing. McConnell says he's been discharged from rehab center. Oh boy. Okay. It's the same thing over again. Oh, but I love this quote. Earlier today, I was discharged from the rehabilitation center to continue my recovery at home. Elaine and I are grateful for the many well wishes and support from friends. Get out of here. You did not recover. You are not at home. I don't believe he's at home. I honestly don't believe he's alive. But at least they said he said it in a statement. All right. Now, I want to show you. Okay, well, one more AP, and then we'll look at some video. It's pretty interesting. McConnell says he's leaving rehabilitation to continue recovery at home. On the advice of my doctors, I'll maintain an intensive regimen and blah, 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 to recover from the thing that I never had because nothing bad happened to me, McConnell said in a statement released. See, everything is attributed to the statement. There is nothing where a reporter talked to him and the reporter's quoting what he actually said with his mouth. Nothing like that at all. So I think a wise person would assume that he didn't say any of this. I would also assume that he's probably not alive, in my opinion. Now, Aaron Parnas had this guy on, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure what his name is, but he is in Washington and he is staking out the senator's home in DC. And this is the interesting thing he found today. Check this out.
He was discharged today. A statement was released saying he was discharged. I'm at the home right now, and I wanted to just give you a look here at the scene.
Look, there's nothing there. If he was coming home, there would be a lot of people around getting him in, getting him out. Now, maybe this guy didn't come at the time that he was being transported back home, or maybe he wasn't transported back home. I would just think you would see one person at least outside the home. There's nothing. Okay, the audio is going to get a little squirrely here. Nothing.
See the vehicle.
No official cars, no security. I think he said there were one or two cars that looked like they might be with McConnell, and that's it.
Vehicles for his security detail here. And that is the house, and this is the street. And there's a second vehicle further up the street. So McConnell was discharged from a rehabilitation center. He was first admitted to the hospital, George Washington University Hospital, back on June 14th.
All right, so basically it doesn't look like he's there. There's no activity at all. What do you think? I'm curious if anyone else thinks he's dead. Do you think he's dead or alive? Leave me a comment. I'd like to know. I'd like to get your opinions. I love reading your all's comments, by the way. So, yeah, leave me a comment. Dead or alive? I'm going with dead. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'm Jonathan Burton, and I will see you soon. Take care.